Hey guys, today I'm incredibly happy to present to you one of my largest and most detailed LEGO modular buildings yet, a pizzeria and a motorcycle repair shop. This modular is actually kind of special because I'm planning to use it in a LEGO city which I'm going to build. It's really not going to be very big because this is all the space I have. However, the building will go facing the side of the Parisian restaurant LEGO set, forming a small alleyway. The pink flowers of the modular can actually be traded out for a very ugly replacement that is able to connect to the Parisian restaurant with Technic pins. However, for your viewing pleasure, I'll use these flowers instead, for a more aesthetically pleasing look. This way the modular can be displayed on its own. Without further ado, let's check out the build. The modular sits on a 32x32 base plate. For the color scheme, I tried to not use the colors of the other buildings in my city layout. This helps the pizzeria distinguish itself from everything surrounding it. So I avoided the colors white, blue, and brown. I tried to give the pizzeria a boxy sort of look. Some sand orange masonry bricks are encased by strips of light gray. I really like the grill pieces which I included on some of the strips. For the windows, I used regular black windows and glass doors on their side and connected them using headlight bricks. The roof of the pizzeria might actually be one of my favorite roofs which I've ever made. To accomplish the look, I put a strip of slope pieces between some roof pieces on the bottom and more slopes on the top. I really think that the roof gives the building a pizzeria feel. I've also included a LEGO pizza advertising mascot from the LEGO Collectible Minifigure Series 19, which was actually the inspiration for me to build the pizzeria in the first place. The motorcycle repair shop to the left of the pizzeria has more of a dark and dingy feeling. For this awesome brick effect, I used some dark gray tiles and connected them to headlight bricks. The two tires at the front are a little bit of a logo for the shop. I think the two buildings look really nice together from the front. For the sides and back of the modular, I barely included any details because those areas won't be seen. This side of the building will soon be covered up by a corner modular which I'll be building soon. Stay tuned for that. I extended the back of the pizzeria out a little bit so I could include more details on the interior. Usually 8 studs of space are left, but I only used 4. Now, let's take a look at the inside of the pizzeria. For this modular, I knew that I would want to include minifigures when I was done building, so in certain areas of the tiled floor, I actually left open a stud or two, so I had some options when placing the minifigures in. When they walk in through the front door, customers are flanked by 2 booths on either side of them. This one is occupied by a dad and his son. In the middle of the floor are 2 other tables. Here, 2 friends are enjoying some drinks. Behind the tables is a bar area. I've included a long table, some taps for different drinks, and a lot of cups and glasses. Like a lot of them. I'm not really sure if I went overboard here. I also used a small map display on the wall to add some color and interest. On the other side of the first floor is a staircase with a waiter on top. He's carrying a mug and some sort of dish which I think is supposed to be pizza, but I'm not really sure. There's actually a really cool feature which I included underneath the staircase, which is a small bathroom. You can access it by removing part of the staircase like this. I gave the bathroom a simple toilet and sink design, plus one of those gray Dyson air dryers to dry your hands. Now let's move on to the second floor of the pizzeria, which is the kitchen. The kitchen was super fun to build. I used all the elements which I've seen in real pizzerias, which makes the kitchen pretty realistic. In this corner is a small dough making station, with a bowl of dough, a rolling pin, and a can of flour. Next to it are some pizza boxes and various spices. I've also included a sink and plates. Opposite from this wall is a large pizza oven, which can detach from the floor. If you take a closer look at it, you can see the gray rocky wall design which I included. I also used black grill pieces on top of transparent yellow, orange, and red plates to mimic the heat of the oven. By the oven are some of those long sticks which are used to put the pizza inside the oven. And finally, the last part of the kitchen is the ingredient section. I included various forms of cheese, lettuce, meat, and tomato sauce. Here's a closer look at how I made the section. That wraps up the inside of the pizzeria. Now let's have a look into the motorcycle repair shop. The right side is a small waiting room with a clock, a plant, and a trophy. There's also a ladder that leads up to the mechanic's apartment. On the left side is the mechanic, working on a broken motorcycle. He's got a bunch of tools and a workbench behind him. Let's move up to the mechanic's apartment. I didn't have a lot of space to work with, so a lot of the furniture is cramped and squeezed together. In the middle, I've included a sofa, TV, and yellow carpet. Next to the setup is a tiny kitchen with a mini fridge and a table. In the back of the room is a staircase and a plant. The top floor of the apartment includes the mechanic's bed, a lamp, and a dresser. I put a red toolbox and a blue toy car on top of the dresser. In the far back is a sink and a toilet. Anyways, that's all for the build. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for my next LEGO building that'll go into my city, which is going to be a hotel and coffee shop. I'm super happy with the way the pizzeria turned out, and I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.